Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another figure news video, a little bit of an impromptu one, a little bit of a breaking news video. By the way, if my setup seems a little bit whack, that's because I am currently on vacation right now. I'm using, funny enough, the mic that I usually use to record the unboxing videos for my normal mic because I'm not at home right now. So, and if the setup looks a little bit weird, that's why, because I had to make do with redoing the whole thing for my laptop. But today we are going to go over the brand new, newly, I guess you would say, pre-orderable because we had this figure technically shown and sort of announced already, but obviously we didn't get, I guess, a technical announcement until now because of course, you know, it was just shown at conventions and stuff like that. But we have the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Superhero Broly to take a look at today, and oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this figure as well. By the way, I am going to give you some updates on the production images for Gohan Beast and for the other figures that we looked at with the production images in the last big figure news video, because I made that video literally right before and released it before they just then released all of the rest of the multi-angles. So we're going to take a look at all that today. I was trying to figure out how to word my words. I'm sorry. Your boy is very tired, but I wanted to record this video because I really wanted to talk about this. So first of all, before we talk about the boy Gohan Beast and the Trunks and the Goku and Frieza prize figures, we have to talk about the SH Figuarts Broly. And this man, oh boy, this is quite the interesting one to say the least. So as you can see, this guy is a premium Bandai exclusive. Now already off the bat, I think there's a big problem with that, because why would you make this guy a premium Bandai exclusive? Like Pan, maybe I could understand, because not everybody's going to want Pan, and if you really want her, or you know, you're a collector, obviously then you'll go out of your way to get her. But Broly is such a widely liked character, and this outfit is so sick for Broly. I have no idea why they would not make this an over-the-counter release. It does not make any sense to me. Maybe they figure they can make more money by upcharging it and making it a $70 figure rather than making it like a $30 or $50 over-the-counter release. I don't know, man. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we got today. By the way, keep in mind, even though this says $70, it's not actually going to be $70. It's actually going to be $80, because the shipping on premium Bandai is always $10 no matter what, unless they have a coupon, which rarely ever happens. It's sort of happened once in my entire time of collecting figures. But this guy is going to run you about 80 bucks with shipping. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the pictures here. We did have some very nice HG shots of the boy here, and there's some really cool stuff included. We'll take a look at the faces in a moment in more detail, but there you go. You can see it does come with a crying face, which is pretty cool. The figure itself does look really good. Like, I don't even have any complaints with the figure sculpt or anything like that. It's just everything that is revolving around the figure. Oh, and we'll get to Gohan in a second too. So let's go ahead and scroll down and take a look at what we got from the movie Dragon Ball Superhero. Did they spell Broly wrong? Borly? Or Bori? How did they not spell check that? Are you kidding me? Alright. Sure, that's gonna be a tweet after this video is beginning to render. We have Broly from Dragon Ball Superhero. Obviously, we have the figure right here. Let me see if I can zoom the page out a little bit, because it looks a little bit zoomed in because it's on my laptop. There we go. Impressive SH figure art articulation. So, of course, we saw these earlier. So, it includes the tearful face part as shown in the battle with Goku and Vegeta. So, obviously, from Superhero, when at the very end, Broly is crying because of the fight between Goku and Vegeta being so beautiful. It is kind of funny that they include that. Makes sense why they technically call this guy a superhero figure rather than calling him a DBS Broly figure, which, I mean, you would kind of think that he is, and he could also double for that too. But there you go. You do have that face included in there. And why are they doing this? I did not think that this Ultimate Gohan figure, right, which was, you know, a figure that everybody and their mother was looking forward to, would become the milking cash cow, straight up just like Bandai moneymaker of this year. Every single superhero figure that has released, except for the other three over-the-counter ones, Piccolo, Vegeta, and Goku, have come with a Pan face, or Pan face, have come with a Gohan face, rather, excuse me. I was going to say Pan came with one, and then Gamma 1 and 2 came with one, and now Broly comes with one. It would not surprise me if Piccolo comes with one, the orange version. And of course, it'd be kind of funny if Gohan Beast does, to be honest with you. But yeah, I could definitely see it. I don't know why they're doing it this way, because it's so frustrating. Because if you want to get all the pieces for this figure, you have to buy all these other separate figures, which, I mean, there you go. There's their money-making strategy right there. The fact that you have to pay $70, $80 for a specific head if you just want to get that head. Or you could just go on eBay and probably buy the head secondhand, because obviously I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people selling them on there. But kind of unfortunate that that's the way they're doing it, but that is the way that they're doing it. So interestingly enough, they didn't show off the other face pieces like in detail, because usually they show all the other ones, not just the special one. But obviously there's this one, and then you can see he has the neutral expression and the screaming face and the gritting teeth face, right? These two are the same expression here. So he will come with 1, 2, 3, 4 total face plates. That is pretty cool. Now, the question remains, right? I still can't believe they spelled that wrong. Is this figure worth this amount of money? Well, the original Dragon Ball Super Broly figure, right? Oh, great. Now I'm saying super because of superhero. The original Dragon Ball Super Broly figure was, I believe, closer to the $50, maybe $60 mark. I can't remember, because obviously he came out a while ago. But this figure, if we go to the tweet right here for a little bit of comparison, is obviously just the same figure, just with the black shirt, right? It is the same hair as the original. They maybe made it a little bit shinier, but that could also just be potentially like the way that they painted it, right? But the sculpt looks the exact same, right? Let's actually have this zoom back in so we can get a little bit zoomed in. There we go. And Ba's ear is the exact same modeling as well. The legs also look to be the exact same. Like, they literally just took the modeling from the original one with the armor, right, and ripped off the bottom half and stuck this new top half on there. That's why it's so frustrating that this figure is not only so expensive, because the original was definitely not that much, but also why it's so expensive that this guy is a premium Bandai exclusive, because this figure was just an over-the-counter release for this Broly, right? You could just buy him basically anywhere, right? And not only is, you know, that the case, it's just so frustrating, because obviously Bandai is going down this path, and like the whole thing that Gohan's head is also included on top of all that is just a recipe for frustration, bro. And it's so hard to say for this one, because the figure doesn't even look bad, right? The figure looks good. Like, I don't have any complaints with this, right? There are some times with the premium Bandai figures where the quality is less than premium, but you know, if it's going to be Broly and he's chunky and they're just reusing parts from the already existing one, it should be fine. So definitely let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. I would be curious to hear. Honestly, I wouldn't even be that mad if they made this figure like maybe $50 or $60 and they still made it a premium Bandai exclusive. It would be frustrating that that's the fact, because the thing that stinks about that so much is if you don't know about premium Bandai, you're just never going to get this figure unless you want to pay double for it on eBay, essentially, right? But obviously for people who aren't aware of this sort of thing, you know, their options are basically either Amazon, or, you know, they walk into their local Target and see the figure there, you know what I mean? Or, you know, any other like place that sells them. I know GameStop sometimes sells them. I think I've maybe seen them at Walmart before too, but like sometimes stores do get the over-the-counter releases, right? So let me know what you think about all this in the comment section for sure. I will be curious to hear what you think. I know for a fact that when I originally saw this figure, I did not think that this guy was going to be a premium Bandai release. But here we are. So let's go ahead and move on then. A couple of quick updates for you. We do have the production images for Trunks, Goku, Frieza, and Gohan Beast. Some multi-angle ones. I apologize it's taken so long to load. And I logged out and logged back into Twitter. That's why every page is refreshing. We have the boy Trunks here looking very, very nice, if I do say so myself. I am so excited to get this figure. I know I saw a bunch of people on the Twitter timeline going off about this figure because, you know, I mean, it's movie 9 Trunks. It's one of the best Trunks designs, one of the coolest Trunks designs, and we literally never get figures for this particular design for Trunks, so it's really cool to see. I still think I'm probably going to get the base form one. That's also maybe just because of my little bit of a bias to the beginning of the BoJack movie. I don't know why, I just love the beginning of that movie so much, and obviously Trunks is mostly in base for that, so definitely pretty excited. I also noticed it's kind of interesting, the back of the figure, you can actually see that it looks like it's the shading the same all throughout, which is nice because I feel like a lot of the time recently Bandai has kind of been shafting us on the back of the figures. So it's nice to actually see that the back of the figure seems to just be the same quality as the front, because a lot of the time I feel like that's lacking nowadays. So good to see. The Solid Edgeworks line has definitely been killing it recently. I ain't even gonna front with you. Yeah, this was a good tweet that I just thought that I would share. Someone at the planning department clearly loves Trunks to get another Solid Edgeworks one so soon. Yeah, it's miles better than the original Goku walking forward for sure. And the fact that Goku hasn't gotten another Solid Edgeworks figure since Volume 1 is great, and hopefully that will continue, because obviously there's just so many Goku figures out there. We really do not need more, especially for stuff like this. Like, I would much rather be getting more unique figures like these than just another base form Goku, you know what I mean? Like, we have, again, like I said, I can't even tell you that I think that there is another Bojack movie Trunks, because I don't even think that there is. Like, one does not come to mind. Maybe a really old one that I'm not aware of, but certainly nothing within the last couple of years. So yeah, definitely hope we continue on that path. Here are the multi-angles for Goku and Frieza. These I'm actually really excited to pick up. These are really cool looking. Obviously we saw the one image of these and the art they were based off of last time, but man, these look really cool, if I do say so myself. I love the way that they're like not really interconnected, but obviously you can see that they're like sort of interconnected, because obviously, you know, they're like here they're a little bit farther apart, right? But their bodies sort of mesh together in a way where obviously, you know, they're fighting, right? And like their limbs kind of connect in a way that makes it look like they're actually duking it out midair, which is really cool. I hope that these guys are kind of tall, because I would absolutely love to see these figures a little bit higher up in the air. It's going to be a shame if they're a little bit more grounded, to be honest with you. The only thing that is kind of unfortunate about them, though, is that Goku is 11 centimeters and Frieza is 10. So these are going to be very small figures. Now, keep in mind, right, obviously that is from top to bottom vertically. Obviously these figures are going to be a lot longer, right, and they'll obviously be pretty high. So it's not like they're going to be super small necessarily. They will still be on the smaller side, but obviously, you know, that's just the height from top to bottom. So obviously, you know, if they're in this pose, right, of course they're going to be a little bit smaller if you're just measuring the character specifically, because obviously they're in more of a horizontal stance. You know, you understand what I'm saying here. But yeah, these look absolutely fantastic. I am definitely really excited to get my hands on these for sure. And of course, the big bad boy that you have all been waiting for, Gohan Beast. Oh man. Okay, so I talked about the fact that in the original showing of this guy, I wasn't really too much of a fan of the face. It's kind of weird. I feel like from this angle specifically, the face isn't perfect, right? Like, it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I just think it's not as accurate as it could be to Gohan. Like, there are some figures that I look at and I'm like, wow, that is literally just the character ripped right off of the silver screen, right? But you know, with this guy, I do kind of get a little bit of like a feeling that it's not quite there, but it's definitely not enough to like not make me want to get the figure, right? It's definitely one of those cases where it almost looks like a little bit more of just a different stylistic choice in like the art style of the figure itself, right? Very cool though. Again, I am super excited to get my hands on this guy. By the way, I do want to note, since we have this angle here, it's weird. The bang looks really curled from this angle, but then we take a look from here and it looks really straight. I think that's just because the curve is then like under the angle that you're seeing it at there, and that's why it kind of looks like that, because you can definitely see the curve there. It does stick out very far though, but that is accurate to the source material. And of course, you know, I think it is good to note that the hair is as ridiculous as it is in the movie. Holy cow, this guy's hair is huge. I'm going to be very curious to see how high this measures to the top of his hair, because obviously that is going to be adding in a lot of height onto this guy. Very good stuff. And here's some more production images of the boy. These are with the gray background here, basically just like the standard ones, as you can see. Essentially, this is really cool though. I like this lighting that they've been doing for figures recently. They've been doing a lot of this with the production images. It's not like I feel like it's not necessarily the best just like blanket showing of the figure, because you do want to have like these more generic shots like this so you can get like good ideas of just how the product looks in general. But then these really cool shots that like kind of really sell you on it, I think are pretty fun, right? Like it's not necessarily like what I would want to see if I'm going to buy the product and know how it looks, but this is the type of thing that I see and I'm like, oh man, I want to buy that. You know, it doesn't really do a good job at giving you the details, but it's just cool to look at, you know what I mean? Regardless though, that is everything that I have for you today. I just wanted to make this video to not only give you the updates on the multi-angles, because of course, you know, that was kind of cut off right before, you know, I uploaded the last video, or I guess it was posted, I should say, right before I uploaded the last video, or right after, you know what I mean. The recording was done by the time those posts were up. And of course, I wanted to cover the SH Figuarts Broly, since we did cover this guy a lot when we were going through all of the shenanigans at SDCC and of course the Tamashii Nations Tokyo event. So let me know what you think of everything that we covered today. Let me know if you're going to pick up any of these figures. I'm sure that most people are probably going to cop the boy Gohan Beast, but I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say about Broly. So definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And without further ado, don't forget, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Always helps support the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.